I was very jealous with Dhanush when he was doing his next film with Anand. I'm playing a dumbass, or I'm playing with Kamal Hassan as a second fiddle, or Kangana as a second fiddle. It's a film, and all my films are archival. My son is 7 years old, and he said, they're gay.
Yeah. Oh.
So I said, oh, so you know what gay is? He said, yes, Papa. There cannot be a bigger superstar than Rajini, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's more nervous during every release.
Welcome to Red Carpet. This is an exclusive one. We have with us Madhavan, the one and only Maddy. He's come out with 2015's biggest hit, Tanu Weds Manu Returns.
Thank you, Sreedhar.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The collection figures 150 crores.
We are quite stunned ourselves. We didn't really expect this sort of a collection. But I think in Anand's words, the best thing to say would be that we are overwhelmed not by the numbers, but by the amount of love we are getting for the sake of the film. That has been the biggest achievement.
I mean, all sorts of audience have loved this movie. How come? How are you able to do that?
I think it's the brilliance of the director Anand Rai as well as the writer Himanshu. Brilliance lies in the fact that it makes the middle class want to be aspirational. Okay. So when you see high class people and you look at Hrithik Roshan, he's fabulous. You only in your dreams can you have a guy like Hrithik Roshan. But if you see a Kangana and a Maddy, it feels that if you have a little bit of luck, if you have a little bit of effort, you can be like Maddy, you can be like Kangana. You can achieve that. It's a goal that the middle class thinks they can achieve.
Yeah,
and
but
that's the beauty.
Tell us about Kangana Ranaut. How did you do a film which is a heroine-oriented film? There have also been criticism why you took up such a role where Kangana steals the show.
It's very silly for people to imagine that I'll be so insecure as to do a film where it is either Amir Khan is the hero, or Arya is the hero, or I'm playing a dumbass, or I'm playing with Kamal Hassan as a second fiddle, or Kangana as a second fiddle. It's a film, and all my films are archival. All of my films have walked into history, whatever I have done or I have not done. So at the end of the day,
you were part of all the hits.
I've been part of, the top 3 hits in Hindi films, for crying out loud. Yeah, 3 Idiots now, and Tanu Weds Manu and PK, third by highest collections right now. But really, I'm happy when people don't give me credit for it, because it makes me want to work harder for it. It makes me feel, oh yeah, when Minnale released, everybody said the film was a hit because of Vivek and Harris Yaraj. When Ale Paida released, they said it was a hit because of Mr. Mani Ratnam and A.R. Rahman and the team. When Run was a hit, they said it was a hit because of Linguswamy and Vivek. They didn't want to give me credit anyway. The same critics that you're talking about, they keep writing. But the thing is, I'm still here, they're not. That's a problem. You get the same amount of respect and love when they call me Maddy Paji in Kapurthala, as opposed to when they call me Maddy Chata in Kerala. I'm the only actor who can go through that gambit, or in Malaysia or in Singapore.
So from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you have that fan base.
Yeah, and they don't treat me like Salman Khan. I'm no Salman Khan. No film has become a blockbuster hit only because of me, and I'm proud of that. In fact, in my next film also, Saala Khadoos and Irudhi Suttru, I think the heroine has overshadowed me, because she is phenomenal in what she's done. She's a boxer, and I produced that film. So now you want to criticize me for producing a film where I am playing a second fiddle to a heroine? So be it, as long as I make money.
The role of Kangana also worked big time for this movie.
Oh, she is brilliant. I think she is single-handedly responsible for the success of this film. And she's done a brilliant job. I've never worked with an actor who's so dedicated with what she does. It's so easy for anybody to walk through the role. It's a plot written, it's completely written for the heroine. You have 2 roles, the look is different, you have a different teeth. You can easily just saunter to it and still make an impact. But she made the effort to learn Haryanvi. She made an effort to have a different body language.
I think the Haryani dialogues also went very well with the audience.
Exactly. And not just that, it was very relatable and very connectable. The functions are there, and the funny part is there, the excitement is there, the romance is there, the emotions are there. So I knew from the very beginning that this film will be a big hit.
You smelled the hit?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm good at that. I'm also very good at smelling my own flops. So yeah. So with Tanu Weds Manu, I think we were all very sure. We were only betting on the numbers, and I think I won, because everybody else was betting around 125.
Okay, it's beaten that.
Yeah. It's close to my number of 150.
150, okay. And lifetime, Worldwide, how much do you think for theatricals alone?
About 240 or 220, I think. No, theatricals? No. Theatricals alone, I think it should be. It should definitely cross 155, 160, and overseas, all included, it should be about 225.
225. And has the satellite rights also gone?
Not yet. Not that I know of.
So you'll get a fancy price for that?
I hope. The Eros and Mr.
In a time when satellite rights are sold upward of 50 crores in Hindi.
Actually, it's all come down. It's a huge crash, right?
Yeah, I wrote an article about that.
Yeah, so so it's maybe just an equalizing factor, but whatever the rates are, I'm sure they will get a great rate for Tanu Weds Manu Returns.
So 250 crores easy.
I hope so. Yeah.
All rights inclusive.
All rights inclusive. Yeah, which is not bad for a 27 crore film.
Okay. And why did you take that 3-year sabbatical?
Oh, so I'd after I think Maddy. And I did a film called Jodi Breakers, which was a big flop. I just realized that I was getting bored of my own work. I was just, there was no fire left in the belly.
Why? You could have signed some new Tamil film and played the regular hero type of role.
Yeah, but then I would have done expression number 78 and expression number 37 for every shot. The fire was missing in the eyes. It was missing from my heart. I was fat and I did Tanu Weds Manu, and that still worked. So you become complacent, thinking everything is going to work. So I had a very heart-to-heart conversation with my wife, Sarita, and she said, Maddy, I can see that you've lost the fire, and she says it's not good for you and not good for us. So she said, go ahead, do what you have to do to get it back, and unless we come back to living in that 1-bedroom apartment in Bombay, I'm not worried about the money. So I actually put myself in a corner, Sreedhar. I actually financially, emotionally,
But that paid off handsomely, because 3 years you took a break, you went all out, you give lectures, and you were happy with what you were doing.
I got insulted a lot. I did things that would shatter my ego, whatever that I developed over a period of time.
Definitely bound to get right.
Yeah, I've walked into people's producers' office in small cars just to feel that fear of not having anything in front of you again. It made a lot of difference. I'm thankful to the people who actually even took it upon themselves to insult me.
This star entrapment is important for you. That is all the big cars, the swanky cars, and
wow, one does enjoy the finer aspects of life. I would like to say, I enjoy my cars and I enjoy being treated importantly. But the very thing that you enjoy is detrimental to your career. Because I did not know that a cutting chai costs 8 rupees. I did not know that WhatsApp is used as a major form of romance and relationships. I did not know that, having a live-in partner or, having a one-time relationship was such an abundant thing in a small town like Madurai or Tirupur. And it was things that I didn't know, that kept shocking me, That's when I knew a Tanu Weds Manu, where a woman in a middle class household is having a surrogate baby is not going to be a shocking thing. Nobody talked about it. You had a Punjabi family where a woman had a surrogate baby without her husband knowing. It itself could be a scandal, But this is the kind of research that helps you understand that the audience has moved way ahead. They're watching, Jurassic Park and they're watching Avengers. Unless you give them graphics like that in Tamil cinema, why will they come and see that? You have to give them which is close to their heart. So that helped. That
break
helped a lot.
In molding your future.
Yeah, in just understanding the audiences I'm making a film for. I'll give you an example. My son came home and said his friend is very upset. I asked him why. He said because both his fathers are getting divorced. And I'm saying, you mean the father and the mother, no? My son is 7 years old. He's saying, no, both his fathers, Bappa. So I'm saying, I didn't understand. He said, they're gay. So I said, oh, so you know what gay is? He said, yes, Papa, I do. And he says, he's telling me, I said, so what happened? He said, well, they had a surrogate mother, and one of the fathers fell in love with the mother, and they had a problem. So now they're separating and divorcing, and my friend is upset.
He's just 7 years old, and he knows about gay relationships.
Yeah, anybody who has grandchildren in their house will know that when they're 1 year old, they know all about iPads. When they're 2 years old, they're teaching you about the iPads. So I have to make a film for this generation. I can't hold hands and say, love has happened and blah. They're not going to believe it. So they want something which is their generation. I had to take that break to learn all this.
Okay. Our cinema, 50 plus is the ideal time when the superstars rule. 50 plus.
I think that's
even in Hindi cinema, all the big stars are 50.
Yeah, but they're all frightened. Let me tell you right now, because it's not that it's see I think the industry, and I'm sure you'll understand what I'm saying. We find a lot of peace in categorizing everything. What we don't understand, we want to categorize. Oh, he's worked because of this. Oh, this is because it happens in 50. Oh, this is because you have. But the only thing that the industry does is breaks all the norms, and that's when a film becomes a hit. You know, there is so they try to put it in a category, because then you're able to understand only why, despite only 7% success, there are still so many films being made. Because business-wise, it doesn't make any sense. Similarly, people may be about 50. Rajini sir may be very happy at this age, but he's still as nervous about his film.
Yes,
being a superstar. You know, there cannot be a bigger superstar than Rajini sir.
Yeah, definitely.
But he is more nervous during every release, even today.
Yes.
So where is the security? Or what do you want to be like? Do I want to be like Rajinikanth? Absolutely. But I don't want to be as insecure also. Do I want to be like Shah Rukh Khan? Yes, absolutely. But I'm so insecure, I'm not able to enjoy all the money. I want to be like Mr. Bachchan. Yes, at 75.
Yeah,
he still makes a film like Piku and makes 100 crores.
Yeah,
that I think is a true hallmark of success, is the longevity in the industry.
Basically, you're looking at Mr. Bachchan as a role model.
Absolutely. He maintains his dignity. He's got a set of films that he does despite his age and everything, energetic at this age, and he still gets a 100 crore film effortlessly. He does a film about shit in Piku and makes 100 crores. It's just
it's a super
beautiful. Yeah.
Maddy is now doing Irudhi Suttru, a bilingual in Tamil, and it is Saala Khadoos in Hindi. Let's talk about that film. It's one of his exciting projects.
Yes. So this is a film that I got about 3 years ago. It's being directed by Sudha, who's also written the story and the screenplay of this film, and she came to me with a film, and I was at that time going through a phase where I was bored.
Your look now
is for
the salt and pepper, the tough beefy look.
The tough. I'm still not beefy as much as I would like to, but for the film I am, which we finished shooting before Tanu Weds Manu. So it's it's a film where I'm playing a retired boxer and a coach, and to this women's team. It was an extraordinary film. It was a film a story that I really wanted to do, and eventually I loved it so much, so I said I'll produce it myself.
Okay, how's the heroine in the movie?
She's extraordinary. So now I can tell you confidently that acting is not a cultivated art. It is inborn. This girl has never faced a camera in her life. Her name is Ritika, and she's a boxer. She's actually an MMA actual fighter, Asian champion. She's won a couple of times. She's 19. And when Sudha and I always kept fighting about who we should cast as the heroine. Should it be an actress who can learn boxing, or should it be a boxer that can learn acting? And we're very glad that we went with my suggestion, which was, let's find a boxer and we can get her to act. And she did a brilliant job. I can't imagine anybody who could have done Tamil.
Cinematic quality. She's good looking.
She's, I think she's very attractive. She's extremely attractive, and she's very beautiful. At the same time, we made her look ugly and like a fisherwoman in this film. And despite that, she just rose as an actor. Like Nasser sir and all the other people, all the experienced actors were with me. They're like, hey, who is this girl? And we had to pull up her socks because she was so good. And she's never faced the camera, never learned acting, never learned dialogue delivery, nothing. It's definitely an inborn art. She's from Bombay, and half Marathi, half, I think, Sindhi.
Okay.
And she spoke Tamil, which was brilliant. She learned for 3 months. She stayed in the fishermen's colony here, stayed with the fishermen, and stayed and learned how to speak like them, learned how to act like them, how to wear clothes like them. Brilliant, very hardworking, and it's a privilege for me to have worked with her.
You're such a charmer, a romantic.
Thank you.
But you've never been romantically linked with any of your heroines.
Okay.
How do you manage? Your marriage is a great success, and Sarita is a pivot around your life.
Oh, well, maybe I'm very smart and nobody knows. No, to be honest with you, of course I have all the attractions. I mean, who doesn't want to hold a beautiful woman and kiss her and have a scene? And I go through that desire and that fight every day. I have the fortune of working with some of the most pretty women.
Yeah, some of the most beautiful women in your work.
Yeah. So I just think that it's so primal that it's very difficult to avoid. The only thing that can either make you avoid that is either you are afraid of losing something which is slightly more important, or you're a coward. So I could fit into either of those categories, but I'm not going to pass a sermon on other people who are not able to live the life I do. I have my own set of let us say drawbacks and this thing. So Sarita and I are just grateful that we know we are still.
How did the marriage work so well for you? I mean, being a movie star and in Bollywood.
Yeah, see, for a film actress wife, it's always going to be very difficult. You know, it takes a lot of maturity to understand that other women lust after your husband. You know, openly.
Yeah.
So when I first started doing Alai Paide in Mindale, I was already married.
Yeah.
So Sarita, I didn't want to test myself. I didn't want to see whether I'm able to go on an outdoor and if I'm not, can I have a quick affair and nobody should know. So there is a possibility I could have done that. So I didn't give myself that opportunity because I insisted that Sarita come with me all the time. In fact, one of the producers also filed a case against me, and Narikar comes saying he always takes his wife everywhere he goes, and I have to pay business class. So that was true. So in the beginning of 5-7 years of our life, I never went out anywhere without Sarita. Not because I was being a good husband, because I didn't trust myself. Over a period of time, she also realized that, you know, this guy is coming back home every day. If he's not at work, he's at home.
Sada 9 to 5 kind of.
No, not Sida Sada. She will not say that I'm Sida Sada, but yeah, but at the end of the day, she's the only woman in my life. You know, she's the one that I care for the most, and we'll try to keep it like that.
Maddy, you're a big survivor.
Thank you. I thought you were going to say big star.
15 years, both in Hindi as well as in Tamil, which nobody could do it, really speaking. I think you're the first. I mean, you're just born to South Indian parents, but virtually you grew up in Jamshedpur and in the northern India. So you knew Hindi, that was a very big advantage.
Yes.
But how do you manage to survive both in Tamil and in Hindi so well?
Very good question. It's not merely what I can do as my talent. Sreedhar, I really mean it when you say you have to be nice and you have to be a human being and you have to be kind and polite to the others. I think that is the first thing that kind of endears you to people's heart. They remember you more because of your niceness than the fact that you can be a scoundrel. I think initially when I first came into the Hindi film industry as a television actor, I didn't have a marketing guru and, you know, we didn't have my agents and all that. The people who used to recommend me for my other serials were actually the light boys and the spot boys and the assistants, because we used to sit with them. I didn't know they were recommending. I just sit with them, have tea, talk to them, you know, speak to them in Bihari and Bengali, whatever, Tamil, whichever. And these Tamil spot boys used to go to other producers and say, sir, he's a nice guy that you should ask him. So that's how my career started. So
Tell me about Anand L. Roy. This guy, you know, he knows how the art of writing and he keeps the audience hooked.
Yeah. So he and Himanshu, the writer of the film and the screenplay writer of the film, are a deadly combination. They're like peas in a pod. They understand each other perfectly. Anand's expertise lies in the fact that he knows his artists really well. But as a director, he's told me things that he's giving me goose pimples when I hear it. I'm like, wow, why couldn't somebody tell me something like this, you know? I was very jealous with Dhanush when he was doing his next film with Anand, you know, because I was going to miss that. And I'm going to be jealous with any other actor that Anand does.
Even with Dhanush, it worked.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, very nice talk.
Thank you. It's been 15 years, Sreedhar, and we're doing an interview after that. It's a privilege, and you have survived all these 15 years as well. So congratulations on that. I think longer, right? You've been here 25 years or easily. Yeah, wow. So that's wonderful.